There are few like me that are not. All the people who are in this country, they make government money. This one never touch government money. They stole government money. Everybody you see today who say they are billionaire, they have this, they have that. In 1997, 98, they are.
Orji, uzor KALU, a well-known Nigerian political analyst and journalist, has been at the forefront of uncovering the hidden truth about Nigeria's rich politicians. With years of experience in investigative journalism, uzor has gained a reputation for fearlessly probing into financial dealings of country's top politicians. His insights are always thought-provoking and shed light on the intrigue of web words and power in Nigerian political landscape. The accumulation of wealth among politicians in Nigeria is often shrouded in mystery and controversy. Many Nigerians struggle to understand how their leaders amass such enormous wealth seamlessly overnight. The issue is further complicated by allegations of corruption and other forms of malfeasance. It's not uncommon to hear whispers of politicians using their position to accumulate wealth through shady deals and corrupt practices. These allegations have led to widespread skepticism and mistrust of politicians, with many Nigerians questioning the source of their leaders' wealth. The lack of transparency in the financial dealings of politicians only serves to fuel these speculations. As a result, there is a growing demand for greater accountability and transparency in the financial dealings of Nigerian leaders. Let's take a look at some of Nigerian wealthiest politicians. Here is, for instance, the former governor of Lagos State, Bola Tinubu, whose net worth is estimated to be in the billions. His business empire spans various sectors, including real estate, finance, and telecommunications. Another example is the former president, Ebele Jonathan, whose net worth has been the subject of speculation. Then this the current president, Bola Ahmed Tinubu predecessor, who has been linked to various lucrative businesses and ventures. The sources of their wealth, however, are not always clear, leaving the room for speculations and debate. These politicians, like many others, have built vast fortune, often raising more questions than answers about the origin of their wealth. According to Orji, uzor KALU, one of the surprising secrets about Nigeria's richest politicians is that many of them have a common trait. They often use poses and frontmen to conceal their true identities and shield their assets from public eye. The clever tactics allow them to maintain a low profile while still exerting significant influence over the country's economy and politics. In conclusion, the issue of wealth among politicians in Nigeria is a complex one, marked by controversy, speculation, and lack of transparency. Let's listen to Orji, uzor KALU.
There are few like me that are not. All the people who are in this country, they make government money. This one never touch government money. They stole government money. Everybody you see today who say they are billionaire, they have this, they have that. In 1997, 98, they are nowhere. Zero. Ask them. Zero. You know, you don't want to get angry. Any day I get angry, I will call my names. We were there last night. I told you, I said, stop using of dollar. Let us see how they will. Because they have no business. Let them stop using of dollar. They are stealing money and changing to dollars. They pack dollars in their house. How can the economy be well?
Barrister, you got the fair describe. Did you hear everything Orji uzor KALU said?
Of course. I even hate to hear some of these statements. This is a man who was so corrupt when he was governor of Abia State. His mother, I think they gave her a name, mother something. I can't remember the name.
Yeah, I remember then. Yeah, I can't remember the name.
The mother was virtually ruling the state. He stole so much money, and he only escaped because of a slight technicality in the judicial process. He was convicted. There is abundant evidence of theft of humongous amount of money. The court convicted him. The only thing is that the judge that convicted him had been promoted to the Court of Appeal. He had heard the case adjourned for judgment, between the time he adjourned for judgment and he was made the High Court of Appeal Justice, he came back to deliver the judgment, where he was convicted and sentenced to, I think, 14 years in prison. It is that technicality that you have now been appointed the Court of Appeal judge. You can no longer sit in the High Court. That is the only thing that made the appeal to be, his conviction to be set aside. Now the EFCC attempted to rearrange him, but by this time he has gone back to the Senate. Now he is in the good books. He fought for Tinubu and everything. So everything has been stored. They connived and made things to go and set him free. Not from a trial, but again on technical ground. How can this man continue to be talking about other people, referring to other people as corrupt and himself as clean? This is the kind of things, what people say, politicians and leaders in Nigeria say in the public is different from who they are. You see a corrupt person who has stolen a lot of money come to the press and tell you how he has been governor and he didn't steal anything, when the evidence is completely to the contrary. I don't like, we are contemporaries with Orji KALU. When I was in the university, he was in University of Maiduguri.
Yes. My mom know him one on one. My mom had dealing with him. It was, I think KALU was about 22, 23 or 24 then. My mom actually knows him very well.
I was in APU, he was in Unimed. He dropped out of the school. He started selling, bringing red oil from the east to sell in Maiduguri and other places, where he started his business. He was viewed as one of these Igbo, whatever name you can call, 419. Now it is, what do you call these people doing? These young people doing all manner of
internet scam, internet
scam. He was viewed as a scammer. He was viewed as a 419, and this, he didn't have any reputation, but he had tons and tons of money. And when the politics returned in 1999, he used it to get the governorship of Abia, and he turned the treasury of Abia State to himself and his mother. Everybody knew what happened. With the time lag, he believed people have forgotten what he was and what he did to Abia State. And these people continue talking. He sought for Senate presidency. He is supporting Tinubu because that's how he will be protected and advanced. Honestly, it makes me sick. It makes me mad when people like this come out to talk.
Honestly, you've said it all. When I watched it, I just smiled. For him to even say before 1999 that all the politicians that you see today who claim to be billionaires, before 1999 they were nothing. So they became billionaire by government money, through government money, stealing government money here and there. And when I had, I asked myself, yes, he was, Orji Uzor KALU has been a billionaire even before, but the reality is, just like you noted, this man has been stealing. He never stopped stealing government money up to date. And since he became a politician. So he's been a thief. He's been an endemically corrupt politician. For him to call other politicians that started politics prior to 1999 corrupt is ironic. Honestly, it's ironic because you cannot be pointing a finger at other people while four is actually pointing at yourself. Just like you said, he's been convicted. I think he was even in jail for some time, right? He was in jail for some time.
They set aside his conviction on that ground. He always boasts that he gave Obasanjo 1.something billion. Now, when the politics started in after Abacha died and Abdul Salam now came and said he's going to hand over, and people gathered together, it was agreed that Obasanjo would be president. The whole military establishment to compensate for the June 12th. So politicians and business people wanted to buy into the incoming government, and they were making generous donations with a view to reaping when the Obasanjo, and knowing the kind of person Obasanjo was, when he became president, he refused to recompense them,
Yeah.
to give them the kind of contract that will
That's
make
why
them
they
recover
revolted against his third term.
what they contributed. That is the genesis of his quarrel with Obasanjo. Because Obasanjo did not, after giving 1 point something billion in the hope that he will make even far more, Obasanjo did not avail him that. So he now pounced on the